There's a popular notion out there that to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire requires taking what many may consider today to be a non-traditional path, like starting your own business, investing in a huge real estate portfolio, or, can't forget, buying Bitcoin and holding on for dear life. But what if I told you it's actually possible to achieve millionaire status through a traditional 9-to-5 job? Not only is it possible, it's the most realistic way most people are going to do it. Now, for some of you, this might have already been obvious, but for others, the internet is flooded with content around how to get super rich super quick, which has warped a lot of people's perceptions on what it means to be wealthy, how fast that is achievable, and through what means. So in this video, I'm going to talk about everything you need to know to maximize what a 9-to-5 job can do for you in achieving your net worth goals. So let's get to it. I want to start off by dispelling one popular misconception, because it's a super popular and romanticized idea, which is that entrepreneurship is the only way to build real wealth. Now, can you? Absolutely. In fact, there's much more upside potential in building wealth through entrepreneurship. But there's also a lot of risk and stress that people don't really think about. The truth is, many people aren't built to be entrepreneurs, and that's okay. I think people like the idea of entrepreneurship, but aren't willing to work through the struggle to be successful. And I say that not to discourage anyone, but I say it so that people don't disregard the traditional 9-to-5 with the mindset of, oh, if I'm not an entrepreneur, I'm not gonna build wealth or be successful. Now, do make sure to stay until the very end, because I'm gonna come full circle back on this topic of entrepreneurship in a way that might surprise you. But up until now, I've been talking about a 9-to-5 job, and I say that because it's in concrete terms that a lot of people are familiar with. But really, I want you to think in terms of career, which is to say, a long-term accumulation of experiences and skills in one or a few chosen fields. And when you have that, on average, your ability to command a higher income over time gets better and better. It's important, however, if being a millionaire or a multimillionaire is the goal, to choose a field where there is high demand in the job market, also with high income potential. Ideally, a field you could be interested in. Find what you need in terms of skills and/or education to get a start in that field. Then you get some good experience over time that you can use to build your professional brand and your resume. And then when you network and you meet other people, that's going to be the way that your skills and experience get broadcasted and people start to know about you, which then turns into career advancement opportunities. And I've got a whole career development framework and habit tracker that I built specifically to get people consistent in thinking about their careers and taking actions regularly to achieve their goals. Feel free to check out the link down below to learn a little bit more. But really, that's key. Career advancement in a high demand, high income potential job field. Now, that income in and of itself is probably not going to be enough to get you to where you want to be. But it is the foundation of how you generate and build wealth. Now, assuming you want to get to $1 million sooner rather than later, you'll want to be prudent about how you're spending your money. For starters, make sure to have a buffer of cash and savings in case things go south. Typical recommendation is 6 months worth of living expenses, but could be more or less depending on your risk tolerance. But apart from that, you need to think about using a lot of those dollars towards investments. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Consult with one if you feel the need to do so, and of course, do your due diligence. That being said, based on my experience and what I know, here are some options to explore. First is a 401k, which is a tax-advantaged investment account for retirement that your employer might offer. Definitely something to consider if your employer has any kind of matching, because it's free money that they are pitching in. Then you've got a Roth IRA, which is also an investment account that you can open separate from an employer, but also has some tax advantages for retirement. You can open this type of account with many different companies like Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, among many others. Now, the drawback, of course, to these retirement accounts is, apart from a few exceptions, you can't withdraw the money without incurring a penalty before the age of 59 and a half. So really the idea there is to tuck a little bit of money away in for much later in life. And then you have individual investment accounts, which is just a standard account with no tax advantages. But you can access the value of this account pretty easily at any time without any penalties. Now I'll spend some time here because compared to the retirement accounts, this concept is relatively easier to understand. But basically, you open up an account with any one of the companies that I had just mentioned a moment ago. You put some money into that account, which then you can use to buy different assets. One of which might be shares of a company in the stock market, which is like buying a tiny bit of ownership of a company in hopes that that company performs well enough over time that the value of the company goes up and you can sell your shares for more than what you paid for. And that is your profit. But there's a lot of risk in buying individual stocks, which is why there's a much safer approach that I generally recommend to most people. And that's to invest in an index fund, which in turn kind of means that you own a tiny bit of a lot of different companies. You're very well diversified in this case. One of the more popular ones is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, which tracks all available stocks in the US. And since 1928, the S&P 500, which is a subset of that, which includes just 500 of the largest US companies, has returned an average of 8% per year. And you can consider that return to be generally a good proxy for any calculations around future performance. Now, an important note here is that whenever you invest in the stock market, you have to know that there are going to be ebbs and flows. There will be some good years where the market returns 15%, other years where the market doesn't grow at all, maybe even declines. But really this is about long-term growth, which is where that 8% average comes in. But based on that average return, if you were to put away $500 per month starting at the age of 25, you would have almost $500,000 by the age of 50. Now, obviously, the sooner you start and the more money you put in, the faster you'll build your wealth. To illustrate, if you double the investment, start with $1,000 and put in $1,000 a month, you end up close to the $1 million mark in that time, just in this one account alone. Now imagine that over the course of a career where you're gaining skills and experience, you get promoted, your income grows. For that matter, you'll have more money at your disposal for a number of different interesting investment opportunities should you seek them out, like real estate or buying a business. And coming full circle to the topic of entrepreneurship, after a number of years, you could be in a much better position to pursue any kind of entrepreneurial endeavors. Not only because you will have had years of experience and skills that you've developed, but you'll also have a good financial cushion that will help you weather any kind of challenges you might run into. Point being, it all starts with the income that you're able to generate from a traditional 9-to-5 job. Now, if you want the best chance of getting promoted and growing your income, online education is something I strongly advocate for because it's helped me personally in my career, and it has helped set me apart from others in what is a very competitive job market, which in this kind of market, you need all the advantages you can get. So make sure to check out my next video where I talk about some of those options in terms of online learning, but also online affordable degrees and how all those pathways have helped me. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.